Challenge accepted.
No.
No. Okay.
要は長もっと触って
Here we go.
要は長幸せそうに言っちゃって要は長縦横の長と
I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am. I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Extermination.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Hey everyone, Aka Milkshake here. Today in this video, we'll be talking about Mutsuki from Azur Lane.
出来パパとママと同じ人なのあ、指揮官だアメさんはモツキのものだからあげないよ
Mutsuki is a common Sakura Empire destroyer who gets converted into a rare once retrofitted. She is of the Mutsuki class and her sisters include Fumizuki, Kisaragi, Mikazuki, Minazuki, Nakatsuki, and Uzuki. Currently, only Mutsuki and Kisaragi have retrofits, and coincidentally, both of them are voiced by the same person, Rumi Ukubo. Other roles include Astolfo from the Fate series, Mobius from Honkai Impact, Omoharu Nakanaka from Komi-kan Communicate, and many more. Alright, so let's talk about references. The names of the Mutsuki class destroyers are based on the months of the year, of the lunar calendar or phases of the moon. As the name ship and the oldest in this class, it is no surprise that Mutsuki's name in Japanese means January. Based on several of her voice lines, Mutsuki holds her sister Kisaragi very close to her heart. This close bond of theirs could be a reference to their participation in the Battle of Wake Island together as part of the Wake Island invasion force. The Battle of Wake Island took place simultaneously with the attack on Pearl Harbor on the morning of 8th December 1941, which was the 7th December in Hawaii. Wake Island was a military base that had 449 military personnel, 6 coastal artillery guns, 12 AA guns, and 12 Grumman F-4F Wildcat fighter planes. On the 11th December 1941, the Japanese invasion force led by the light cruiser Yubari invaded Wake Island. The initial silence of the island's defensive forces encouraged the Japanese fleet to close in, but little did they know that they were now within the range of the island's coastal defenses. This led to the sinking of the first Japanese warship, the Hayate. The Japanese fleet had no choice but to disengage from the island, but one of the Wildcats managed to successfully sink Kisaragi with its bombs. This could be why Mutsuki in Azur Lane mentions her missing Kisaragi in one of her voice lines, and that Kisaragi in Azur Lane also mentions that she hates planes and Wake Island.
キサラギはどこ会いたいムツキ型のキサラギですムツキといつも一緒飛行機とウェーク島が嫌いみんなと一緒にいたい
Alright, so let's talk about Mutsuki's skills. Her first skill is called Quick Reload. Every 20 seconds, there is a 60% chance to increase her own reload by 40% for 10 seconds. To have a better understanding of this skill, I will show a demonstration with her and Yudachi Retrofit. I know that reload encompasses a few weapons, but for this example, we'll be looking at the reload of their torpedoes. Both of them have the same torpedo launcher equipped and one rainbow torpedo, and their flat reload stats are shown here. As you can see, despite having a higher reload stat and Yudachi's own increase in reload by 20% from her Nightmare of Solomon Plus skill, both of them approximately have the same torpedo reload time after the first salvo. This is because if you take a closer look at Mutsuki's torpedo reload, as soon as her skill activates, the reload time actually jumps a fair bit, allowing her to slightly catch up with Yudachi. Overall, this helps her launch torpedoes faster, which complements her stats and her next skill called Torpedo Command Destroyers, which she gains after retrofit. Increases torpedo stat of destroyers in the fleet by 15%. This does not stack with other command skills that have similar effect. Now this is an amazing support skill as it also applies to herself. This complements well with her 150% torpedo efficiency and her decently high torpedo stat, ranking 32nd out of 99 when compared to the other destroyers in the game so far. So based on her skills, it appears that Mutsuki is designed to be an offensive torpedo ship. So let's see if her stats complements with this design. Firstly, her reload and evasion stats are pretty decent, but her HP is definitely her greatest limitation, ranking 101st among all the destroyers in the game so far. Her anti-air stats are pretty decent, but it does not correspond with her 80% efficiency, which makes it weirder when her anti-air had the highest increase among all her stats after retrofit. I know all Shikigans aim to retrofit everyone, so it all comes down to which do you prioritize first. I would say Mutsuki shouldn't be a priority unless you really like her or you have already retrofitted the other important ones. This is because as a torpedo damage dealer, she is outclassed by several Sakura Empire destroyers. I mean, obviously there is Yudachi, but we all know how hard it is to farm for her in deploy mines. Anyway, the two ships that I think that are more worthy of an investment, especially for newer players, are Ayanami and Shigure. You can get Shigure in map 4-2 and you can collect all the starters as early as chapter 2 to get Ayanami in the English and Chinese server. I think it is quite obvious why both of them are better than Mutsuki, but we have seen cases before where common ships outclass some of the higher rarity ships after retrofit, like Leander. So I'm still gonna explain for the sake of completeness and for those that are still curious. The main reason is the boost in stats after retrofit, in which Ayanami and Shigure beat Mutsuki in nearly all the stats. Not only do Ayanami and Shigure have much higher health and evasion, both of them also have skills to boost their evasion even further, which greatly improves their survivability. Furthermore, both of their base torpedo stat is significantly higher than Mutsuki's, and their retrofit skills boost their already high base torpedo stat, making them even better as damage dealers. So with that, let's talk about gear if you really want to use Mutsuki in the field. I will not discuss much about her main gun because honestly, you can go with anything, be it a fast firing or a high damage gun. This is because she doesn't have any firing based skills and her firepower stat and efficiencies are just that low. That is why we will only be looking at her torpedo launchers. For autoplay, you can go with the 533mm quintuple or its variant from Gear Lab. You can also use the Rainbow Quintuple Magnetic Torpedo, which can also be used for manual play when face stopping enemies, since nearly all the torpedoes will be guaranteed to hit the target. Other manual play options that offer higher damage per torpedo is the 610 Quadruple or its variant from Gear Lab. Alright, so let's talk about her skins. If you were to compare her pre and post retrofit art, I would definitely pick her post retrofit one. I really love how there is a lot more color here, with the red tips of her torpedoes and her rigging matching the warm color palette of her outfit. And come on, the wink makes her way more adorable. Her next skin is called Mr. Reindeer Depart. Now, out of all the skins, this is my personal favorite. Having her on a reindeer like this is very cute, and I do find it funny that as innocent as the reindeer looks, her guns are attached to the side, so don't mess with her. Her third skin is called Candy Festival, and this along with the next skin are the more dangerous ones because of the way she is posed, but then again, this is just decent to me. So her last skin is called Spring Festival Sweets. Now I'm not gonna take the risk here, so I'm just gonna censor this area because it's very dangerous. But anyway, I think having her sit on a rat or mouse is very fitting, since the rat is the first in the Chinese zodiac and Mutsuki's name means January, which is the first month of the year. Alright, so what are my thoughts about Mutsuki? Now, it is no surprise that Mutsuki gets overshadowed by other Sakura Empire destroyers. I mean, she is clearly a filler ship, like a ship that is in the game mostly for fun and not meant to be a groundbreaking or meta ship. To be honest, I see her as more of a meme because of that facial expression. Her skills are actually pretty good, but it is not enough to put her alongside the other Sakura Empire destroyers. So I still highly suggest retrofitting and investing in other destroyers before you retrofit her. Alright, so here are all my thoughts about Mutsuki. What do you guys think? Do let me know in the comment section down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do leave a like if you guys did, subscribe for more awesome content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.